I'm LaSalle Blanks.
And I'm Vanessa Coria. After a few rough mornings this week, the weather's making news right now because of what we are not seeing on the radar.
Or outside. Craig is here with just a little bit of rain and no fog. Good morning.
Good morning. A much better picture for us. And
All right, let's get to the news now. We are just getting information into the 13 newsroom about a missing man. Want to give you the details here.
Yeah, here's 13 News anchor Sandra Parker looking into that for us. Sandra, police say they need our help finding this guy.
Yeah, they do. We just got that request in for assistance from Newport News Police.
One of the men charged in connection with the death of 2 VSU students will appear before a judge later today. Charles Zollicoffer, who you see here, faces hazing charges. He turned himself in on Monday. Marvell Edmondson of Portsmouth and Jawan Holmes of Williamsburg were both found in the Appomattox River last month. Police say they were with 5 other VSU students attempting to complete their initiation into an organization known as Men of Honor when they drowned. 3 others have already been arrested and charged in this case. The Navy is not releasing the names of the sailors who now face involuntary manslaughter charges in connection to the deaths of 2 other local sailors. Diver First Class James Rayer and Diver Second Class Ryan Harris died back in February during a training exercise at Aberdeen Proving Ground. They were part of Mobile Diving and Salvage Unit 2 based at Joint Base Little Creek in Virginia Beach. According to the Navy, the 2 men facing charges are, quote, senior leaders in the same unit. There is a hearing set for later this month in Norfolk on this case.
He put his life on the line to help a woman in trouble.
But the people who know him say that's no surprise. Next on 13 News Daybreak, what we learned about that Good Samaritan hit by a truck on Interstate 264 and how he's doing this morning. The man accused of sending ricin to President Obama faces a judge today. We're talking about James Dutschke. He'll have a preliminary hearing. According to an unsealed FBI affidavit, investigators found traces of ricin in his former workplace in Tupelo, Mississippi. Investigators also say a dust mask he threw in a trash can near that location tested positive for ricin. Besides sending ricin to the president, authorities say he also sent it to a Republican Mississippi senator.
All right, take a look at this now. 2 planes clipped each other on the taxiway at Newark International last night. Happened while both planes were about to take off. The wing of a Scandinavian Airlines plane clipped the tail of this United Express plane. Passengers were on both planes at the time. The good news is no one was hurt.
He made it through surgery. We're talking about the man who risked his life to help a woman on Interstate 264. Roy Clifford, who you see here, Roy Clifford Hilborn, that is, was hit by a car Tuesday in Portsmouth. He was helping a woman whose car was stuck in the median out there. A truck hit them both. Roy is a pilot for a nonprofit medical transport company. Family and friends call him Chip. They tell us he's always putting others before himself.
His injuries came while he was trying to be a good Samaritan, and that is totally in character for him. And we love him and wish well for him and hope that he has a good recovery.
There is some sad news, however, here. Chip did lose part of a leg as a result of this accident. Meanwhile, the woman who he helped has been upgraded to fair condition. State police are still investigating. Well, we all know sugar isn't good for our teeth, but it turns out that's not the only dental danger in many drinks you need to be concerned about.
Yeah, it's something 13 News anchor Sandra Parker has been looking into, and she joins us right now. You have a special report coming up tonight, right?
I do, guys. And you know, it's something that as parents, many of us never really are even aware of. In fact, I admit that I hadn't even heard about it until I started looking into it. And it turns out your drink of choice, unless it's water, has a common food additive in it that could be eating away at the enamel on your teeth. Athletes are especially susceptible because they often sip on sports drinks throughout a game or at a practice, and that's just bathing your teeth in this additive.
Soda has always been an issue, but now with the increase in consumption of energy drinks and sports drinks, we are seeing an increase in the amount of cavities that our patients are coming in with. We see a patient that comes in one 6-month appointment and has no cavities or has never had a cavity, and then you see a person 6 months later and they have 10.
And coming up tonight at 6, I'm going to tell you what that additive is and also let you know what you can do to be able to drink your drink but still protect your teeth. So.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I found out. So.
This is a gateway to your health, your mouth is, so you really need to take care of it. Well, as you're getting ready for work this morning, the city of Norfolk wants you to know you are appreciated, and that's why they're holding a 2-day party for all of you who work in downtown Norfolk. Next on 13 News Daybreak, find out how you can take advantage of the free food and all of the fun.
Plus, an apology from the folks at JCPenney. Find out why they're saying sorry.
Attention shoppers, JCPenney wants you back. The company has released a new 30-second ad saying it has made mistakes. The ad is called It's No Secret and says the company listened to what customers had to say after it changed some selling strategies. It appears Penny's is ready to get rid of many of the changes, including its current logo. The ad ends with the old logo. JCPenney hasn't said, however, when the ad will air on television.
Good news for students heading to CNU in the future. Many could benefit from a huge pledge that will fund scholarships and performing arts. Over the next 30 years, Ferguson Enterprises plans to donate $12 million. The Center for the Arts will also keep the Ferguson name until 2042. In addition to scholarships and performing arts, the money will also help Christopher Newport University's community service efforts.
You work hard, right? So the city of Norfolk wants to give you a break. Today and tomorrow, anyone who works in downtown Norfolk is invited to an employee appreciation event.
That include us?
I'm going to go. The fun starts tonight at 5 at MacArthur Center with gift bags and free food, LaSalle. Then on Friday, you can pick up some free donuts and coffee on your way to work. There will also be events and giveaways during lunch and after 5 p.m. If you'd like a more detailed list of this employee appreciation stuff, simply visit downtownnorfolk.org.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all.
All right. 6:26. Are you sick and tired of the early morning rain and fog? Well, Craig has some good news for you. Breaking news. We are seeing the sun up next on 13 News Daybreak at 6:30.
From your local news leader, this is 13 News Daybreak.
Time to get up and get going. Take a look at this live sky view at Town Center in Virginia Beach. Is that the sun we're seeing this early in the morning? What a sight for sore eyes. I'm Vanessa Coria. Thanks for waking up with us.
And almost Blanks, after all the rain and fog that made for some messy mornings this week, finally, as you saw, some good news.
Yeah, we think you're going to love what's in store with the Futurecast today. Craig is checking it for us right now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. Things are looking pretty good for us across the region. We've had some cloud cover.
Let's get to the news now. We have new information this morning on a story that was breaking last night on 13 News at 11. An apartment fire that injured a little boy. Right now, he's in the hospital, and we're learning more about the incredible effort to rescue him. 13 News reporter Carl Leimer is live along 16th Street in Newport News with more for us. Good morning, Carl.
Hey, good morning, Vanessa.
Violence at the oceanfront. What will the city learn from an emotional meeting? Virginia Beach City Councilman Bill DeSteff hosted the town hall meeting last night. Hundreds of people were at the Beach Convention Center to let city leaders know how they feel. That includes Nancy Rodeo, who you see here. She owns Upper Deck, a restaurant on 16th Street. She said she was attacked Friday night when her business was closing, and she asked some young ladies to leave. The whole thing was caught on surveillance video.
One's in the bathroom walked out. The young lady actually spit in my face. When I turned towards her, the other two hit me upside the head with cell phones.
Some people at the meeting wondered where Mayor Sessoms was. He told 13 News he could not attend because of the death of a family friend. Well, expect to hear a lot about immigration reform today.
Still to come on 13 News Daybreak, the president is going to Mexico today, hoping to get the attention of Congress back here in Washington. We'll explain as Daybreak continues. All right, thank you, Ashley. There is pushback this morning following a judge's order to lower the age requirement on the morning after pill.
Coming up on Daybreak, find out who's fighting the change at 6:42.
The Boston Marathon bombing investigation is widening this morning. 3 more suspects are now facing charges. Right now, authorities are working to determine whether there are even more people connected to the case. Yesterday, the FBI arrested 3 19-year-old college students, all of them friends with the younger brother accused in the bombings. The FBI says after the bombings, the students went to Johar Tsarnaev's dorm room to get rid of potential evidence. According to authorities, they dumped Johar's belongings into a dumpster behind their apartment. Their attorneys say they are innocent.
Immigration reform will be in the spotlight today. President Obama is going to Mexico.
He'll talk to Mexico's new president about that and about disagreements they may have on security issues. 13 News reporter Dave Cassidy is standing by live on Capitol Hill with more info for us. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. Mexico's new president.
See what happens. Definitely a hot button issue these days. Dave, thank you very much.
All right, other news for you now. A fight is brewing right now over who should be allowed to buy the morning after pill. If the Justice Department gets its way, 15-year-olds may not be able to buy Plan B without a prescription. Yesterday, we told you about a judge's decision on Tuesday ordering the FDA to lift all age limits on the contraceptive. The Justice Department appealed that decision yesterday. The federal government says the judge who issued the ruling exceeded his authority, adding his decision should be suspended while the appeal is underway. Well, they say their utility bill skyrocketed for no obvious reason, and now a group of folks who live in Franklin plan to make yet another plea for help. They believe there's a billing error. A spokesman for the group will meet tonight with State Delegate Rosalind Tyler and State Senator Louise Lucas. The mayor and city manager of Franklin will also be at the meeting. You'll remember back in March, the city manager said the billing spikes may be a result of heating homes over the winter.
We will be watching something special happen about 10 minutes from now at Little Creek Fort Story in Virginia Beach. Runners are about to begin a long trip from the beach to Arlington National Cemetery. They're running all that way to pay tribute to our heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice serving America. It's called the Virginia Run for the Fallen. George Lutz is the man leading the charge. He's the man behind the Honor and Remember flag, which is right under the American flag on your screens right now. His son Tony was killed in Iraq 7 years ago.
Other news now, the LPGA Tour running through Williamsburg, and that starts this morning. The best female golfers in the world are teeing off at Kings Mill Resort. Out there, they're going to go 4 rounds. The final round is on Sunday. And the ladies, well, they have a lot of very nice things to say about Kings Mill.
They just know how to do it here. They know how to put on a golf tournament. Everybody that works, whether it's in the locker room, the clubhouse, just even the person at the front gate, they're just so welcoming, so nice.
Listen to this. 49 of the top 50 female players in the world are participating in this tournament. Sports director Scott Cash will have highlights for you tonight on 13 News at 6.
How's your golf game?
It's about time I start working on it.
6:56 coming up in 4 minutes on Good Morning America. The Boston Marathon bombing investigation. The latest on 3 more people waking up in custody.
Right now, authorities are working to determine whether there are even more people connected to this case. GMA, as LaSalle said, gets underway in just a few minutes at 7, right after 13 News Daybreak.
And here on Hampton Roads, let's check our top stories happening where we live.
Right now, a little boy is in the hospital after firefighters pulled him from a burning apartment in Newport News. We're told the child's condition is serious. That fire happened along 16th Street around 10:30 last night. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
And expect a new battle over the day. A judge rejected proposed tolls at the downtown and midtown tunnels. The ruling was based on the contract between VDOT and Elizabeth River Crossings. The judge said the tolls would be more like taxes and only the General Assembly can tax. The tolls were supposed to start in January. This ruling puts the brakes on that for now. So it's a victory for all you folks out there fighting these tolls. However, State Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli says he plans to appeal. So as we say in the biz, stay tuned.
All right, let's talk about our traffic this morning, and I know it's been very busy for you.
A very busy morning rush. So really quickly, let's go ahead and give you some real-time speeds around.
That highs today around 62, warmer inland, a gradual warm-up through the weekend, showers Tuesday and Wednesday.
Who hearts the weather guy?
A light at the end of the tunnel. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you at noon.
I just heard from Newport News.